You don't care about views. Not that many. Well, it's nice when you get viewers, but you know.
Catch you on some videos. If your Bluetooth air mount.
That's a lot of coding. Yep. Hey, Cement. Sorry, I was checking the live on my phone. Which I. Yep. Everything's working. From what I can tell. But that's not actually a lot of code. You should wait till I do React. React pages can have tons and tons of code just because of how React behaves. But this is nothing. Let's see. This is enumeration pattern. I'm trying to make a MongoDB BSON serializer right now. And then you have enumeration context, enumeration EFT. This is, in my opinion, not that much. You use XRP. I use Visual Studio because I'm primarily a .NET coder. And I like how Visual Studio has this whole environment for it. But this might make the window smaller on my screen, but this is the only way I can see the chat, so it's got to be done. Oh, because there's no other way. But I gotta get this BSON stuff done. So, I know what I had to do there. I think I might have to do something different though. Because it's just not working the way I want because I can't get the data I want out of MongoDB serialization. So, I gotta think about another way. Let's give it a shot. Return no. I need this one. Property name is not, might not be needed based on what I saw with this GUID serializer. I'm looking at this code for a GUID serializer. And I don't think I need it. GUID representation. Because here, when you're serializing, it just writes the value out. It didn't, yeah, it just writes the value out.
U.S. Navy's. We're moving out.
Oh. I'm trying to think of a better way to get the chat going, but I have none. So I don't need the property name from my understanding. I just have to write it. And so if that's the case, then I need this code because it's a factory. The factory here is considered a provider, so return null. So what I really want is basically that line there. So if enumeration try get generic from type out var generic enumeration type. For some reason, I'm always finding myself writing a bunch of reflection code. I cannot return the null. That's weird. I need that. Finally, that's correct behavior. Anyways, convert to type, or in this case, this will be serializer type. So I want this serializer. Oh, my neck. Anybody chatting? Nope. No one's chatting. So more coding. Americans removed. Oh, I gotta delete that. I gotta delete the test stream earlier. Coding in Scratch. Huh. Oh wait, I have not checked if the vertical is working. It's telling me there's poor. Oh, it's telling me I gotta do. I'll do that next time. Yeah, one. Huh. I don't know how you do that in OBS. Oh, huh. So you can't do that. What you have to do is get the canvas. Yeah. Looks like I need to do. Hmm. Uh, and let's see what happened with OBS, with YouTube. They get disabled. Yeah, one of them did. What? No, they're both still going. Weird. Both of them are using different. Oh, I got. Let's see. Still going. Uh, yeah. Delete that video. Alrighty. Welcome back, Cement. If you're actually back here. And we're going back to coding. Let's see if I can make that screen bigger. Same on this one. Nope. Not. Hey, Flyfish. Let's get this last of this coding done. So, provider, generation type. What's up? What coding language is this? This is C Sharp. This is what I specialize in .NET. So I have written multiple applications in .NET. I just realized I have nearly 20 years experience in .NET. So that is crazy. Yeah. Let's see, 2000. I started .NET in 2007. Yeah. So 2 more years. Do I use AI for assistance? Not on this. I have used Copilot. I have used there's a Visual Studio clone, or rather fork of Visual Studio code that's called Cursor. That one uses AI. There's also uh, you can use Google's AI to get some code out, but I generally don't use it. I need that. You have no equipment equivalent. I'm not sure what you mean by equivalent, but okay. Factory, I need this one. Yeah, I am. It's weird. Make generic type to convert. Oh, that's because I put T in them in there. So I don't need T in them. Compared to my 20 years, oh, not an expert at anything. Compared to 20 years, I'm good at overthinking things. Yeah, overthinking is part of the coding process. Yeah, and then I might just set up the what's it called? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, generic arguments. So you can create the type. I told Jay you're okay with loops. Coding in Python. I kind of pick on. I slowly picked up on Python. Um, because a lot of AI languages uses Python, but yeah, I don't really. Nothing I've had to do is in Python. I tend to stay away from scripting languages and more go to compile type compile time languages just because they're a little bit better in my opinion. I although we got them better with catching scripting errors. I used to write pure JavaScript way back when, and then what else do I have? I also have experience in PowerShell, shell scripts, Bash scripts. Cause you need a lot of shell and Bash scripts when you do a lot of database work. And so I wrote a bunch of shell scripts and PowerShell scripts. Uh, Often just to upload or start an application or program. And then I usually write a shell script when you want to start sometimes Docker images, correct, or start up Docker containers when you have multiple things running. So a lot of times you want to run them in the right order, and then like some things need to wait while they get started because if you start it too early, then it can't connect. I've had that problem before with I forget what it was. Was it Elasticsearch? It might have been, but I need. What am I returning? I'm returning this one. And this inherits from. Which comic book character would be the best coder or programmer? No doubt it would be Cypher. My knowledge is 3 weeks worth of college coding in Python. 3 weeks is better than nothing. There's a comic book character in Marvel called Cypher, where his genetic or mutant ability is to understand any language. So he probably would be the best coder because he can understand computer languages just naturally. Yeah. Now I need to cast this to some serializer. Let me just double check that this is a. Yeah, it should be fine. Cyborg? I don't know if Cyborg would be a great coder. But I think Cyborg more doesn't really code, would use his stuff, but maybe. Well, the new 52 Cyborg, yeah. He's made from the, what's it called, the father box instead of the mother box. The old Cyborg, probably not so much because of he wasn't of, let's say, technology event more advanced than ours. He was created by current technology by his father. I am missing so many comments. Wait, I saw the Invincible. Eh. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm just doing a quick test on see if I can write uh, this code for converting data into MongoDB. Where's the activator that create? Yeah, not this one. Oh, I need the factory one. That I need to put some right here. That would be right. String case and string case. So I need to create those properties, which I'll just copy and paste from here. I'm crazy on everyone. Not sure. I never watched Invincible yet. I have it. I just haven't watched it. Just like I have Solo Leveling, and I have to watch that. I keep getting on my For You page Campfire Cooking in Another World, and I kind of now want to watch it. Yeah. Where's the no reference? I wouldn't know if I fish. Oh, I gotta do this. but this will break the Bison, which problem. Let's go to definition. Yeah, see, I don't think this is implementing the new standards for .NET where the nullable is you have to declare stuff nullable now. Are you doing a code? Yep, I'm writing some code. I'm just double checking some documentation before I test it out. Yeah, I write code. This is nothing like the thing is like the code I'm writing right now is nothing really fancy. So you're not gonna really see much. The best you're gonna see is when I run these, and these are all the unit tests, and these will make sure I just make sure all these pass, and that's it. Then after I get this done, I think next will be seeing if I can get the a generative AI running using Docker. So there's that. Yeah. So if I just do this quickly here, these are all the unit tests I wrote. So if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. And that's showing me an error right now. I gotta. Let's just write a thing for ignore the compiler warning. Pragma warning CS 8603. I think this is how you do it. Disable. Or is it restore? Six, 0. I never had to do multiple in one line before. Oh, just comment delimited. Anyone know? Let's do a test. You guys know what the pound commands are in C sharp? These pragma ones, because they're useful if you know what they are. Yeah, if I do a test explore now, everything compiled. All of this should return. Well, yeah, all of it should return green. I didn't do any unit test changes yet. Yep. That's basically what's going on. Now I gotta go add this serialization converter. Which will be this converter here is what I need because I already wrote the code. So if it's anything like, oh, that's deserialize, that's read. Serialize is right. If it's anything like this code, it would be context, writer, write string, write string case to string, right, not to string. I called it convert, and it'll be value to string. Wrong thing. I'm copying theirs. I'm not copying my code. So if it's my code, it would be value to case string, right, string case. That's mine. Hello. So I do a lot of work with databases. I kind of specialize in databases. Let's see, good serializer. I need a deserialized one. So var reader, go context.reader if get current some type equals type string. Hey Nat, how you doing? Is that you really, Nat? Yep, it's really Nat. Thanks for joining. You're watching me get to watch me write some code that does nothing very important. Or it's not one of those things where like people who don't know how to code will find fun. You or rather let's say if you don't know what if you don't do a lot of coding or work with a lot of data, you're not going to understand this. But basically, I have what's called a document database known as what's it called? Oh, I need to pass the type in. That's why. That's why I need to type in. But how are you doing, Nat? Man, I made things hard when I did it this way. Context, arg. Where's the grid serializer? And reader, read string. Oh, so string val is this one. Reader dot read string. Yep. So I do need to add a T num here, like I did with JSON string converter. So this is how I make the big bucks, writing this kind of code. If there's anybody actually paying attention here, doesn't look like it. Jerry Nelson. If you know what reflection is, then yeah. Go in here. Oh, type. Yep. Now I gotta do a test on registering that. So all the code now is written, so let's register it. And see if I can get it working. Thinking. Sorry. I just gotta double check something real quick. Do I have npm on here? Nope, I don't have npm on here. So I can't do front end stuff right now. I gotta install npm. Let's see. I need to register the provider. That's what I need to do first. I want warning. OBS. Oh, behave. Ah. Ah, man, I scare people away. It's one thing I'm good at, apparently. Scaring people away. Um, a lot of reading. Always a lot of reading. Am I missing people chatting? Nope, I'm not. I basically need this line. And then where's my testing class? I need this last name. Case. Oh, I didn't add a null. There you go. It should be fine. Alright. Now let's test it. I gotta go to this one. Result. No. Database. Queryable. Where? I think it's where. W. Nope. Oh man, I forget how to do. No pipeline inputs. Returns. Oh. That's wrong. Let's just first see if this works. Run, 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 run. Completed. No. Why can't Tinu be used? Oh. Ah. Yeah. That's why. This would be Tinu. Let's do all that. Man, all I got was a high today. Yeah. Hey, Maddie Willie. What do you think about China selling TikTok to the US? I'd rather TikTok not be sold to the US. That's my opinion. That's about it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. Hard to work and stream. Actually, the reason why I'm streaming is because I could not focus earlier to actually get this all done. Hey, Gran. MongoDB in the test. That's the one I wanted. Now it fails. All right. I need to add type here. Hey, that worked. Now I need to do a BSON query, and then we'll see. I might put I might start working on a TypeScript React thing next. So once I finish this, so let's see. Uh, Let's see. So I don't need these anymore, from my understanding. Don't need this. That should stay. That needs to stay. That can go. So if I really wanted cert, raw data cert is for raw collection. Go db database get collection. You would just like say hi and let just completely like disappear. So document. Oh, there we go. Spelled it wrong somehow. Sample model. I'm right. That making coffee. Okay. No, but you're not the only one. Crayon. There's been other people that ask and just completely leave. I'm wondering if it's because like I am too slow to respond. Multitask. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's I wouldn't doubt multitasking. That first. And let's do console dot write line raw data. I want to see what comes out of that. Okay, well, I didn't write out like I thought it would. So let's debug it. So if I do watch raw data, value, index, or do I have to put the name? String name. Get value of status. No. Name. Names is capital status. No. All right. Set equal submit for review, raw data, get value, status, string. There we go. That should work. Oh no, it failed. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Submitted. And there we go. We have a custom serializer for my enumeration class pattern on MongoDB using a lot of reflection. Yeah. And that took me about an hour and a half. Ugh. I think I'll eat shumai for dinner. I need food. Food. Wait, what was it? So, it's called the enumeration pattern. I call it the enumeration pattern, but it's enumeration class. What it is when you want to pull data from a database, sometimes you don't want to store all the extra stuff. You just want to store the normalized data. And so what this does is I made it save the case string instead of the full data into Mongo database. Basically like doing a JSON conversion. So that way you're not passing extra information along. Yep. And so it's actually really useful when you deal with a lot of data. That's basically where as I said, my specialties lie is in data and data processing coding. And I've never written a serializer before, but I've written multiple conversions and everything else for uh, various companies to do all this stuff. So I'm gonna go update this. I'm gonna update the README and submit to my GitHub, and that basically is done with that. So yeah, it's one of those things where like if you're not a data person or you don't know what's going on, it's not very visual. So if you can't see, like, you won't be able to see what I've done. Besides just you running unit tests and everything else, you're not. And a lot of people are gonna be like, "That's all." And it's not as easy as you think. And you like working with Excel sheets? And back when I did a lot of database work, more like data analytics work, you could not escape Excel because you'd be copying pasting your queries into tables and often using that to compare with other data that came in from other Excel sheets. And often I would use Excel to write SQL statements. It just made it easier that way. So yeah, done. After this, yep, this project is done. I'm off to my next one. I wanted my next one to be the generative AI, but maybe if we just want to stick to coding first, I may just start setting up the next project I have, which does use TypeScript, React, Docker, and everything else. But that's me. I'm a software engineer. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Let me look up something real quick. I wonder if there's a polymorphic. Hmm. Generally, it all depends if you're data coding first person or whatever. I'm hungry. Can't eat yet. I gotta wait an hour. Hmm. Yeah. Alright, I'm done with this. I think I do need to install. Yeah. Yay. That's done. Alright, let me get NVN installed. And then I probably will set the project for my next project, which requires Docker, storybook, and everything else. I might need to use AG Grid too. I'll think about it. Let me see if there's a free alternative to AG Grid. Let's do this node version manager install. There's I kind of hate that how Node has become so used. I have NVM. Oh, I can type. Oh no, I don't have NVM. There we go. Now it's on. Which version should I NVM should I or node should I install? If there's anybody here. Doesn't look like it. I want food.
And using my
Oh, being censored. No one's around. Well, well, well. Oh well. Do, 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 do.
Hey, is that one of our cards? No, it's my family's card. It's been in our backyard since I was. I've got wood.
Hmm. Hmm. No one's around, so what do you want me to do? Hmm.
Guys, I just wanted to point out that when they show you the destruction of your boy Francis. The video of a deadly explosion.
Let's see now. What should I want to do? Eight. Alright, this is no 25. Hey, welcome back, Fish. Hey, Ganterich. Welcome back, Fly Fish. Thank you for all that. Uh, been here just cooking. Oh, what you cooking? Not surprised, but also not surprised. Oh yeah, that's. I see a lot of those videos. The other one I've been seeing is how much they have on us. They can. One of the things the government has to do is record keeping, so there's that. Depends if they can. So the thing is, maybe because they can get a warrant, and if you think about it, though, the three some of those three-letter agencies, especially the code one, uh, many social media sites actually support them because they're really techno tech bros or technocrats. So they want their authoritarian. They support authoritarianism because it helps them. Yeah, probably. Let's get some home pigeons. Learn origami. Uh, homing pigeons doesn't quite work. Do you know how homing pigeons work? Homing pigeons just don't go back and forth. Uh, you can train them to go back and forth, but yeah, they don't quite go back and forth. Yeah, well, not always inefficient. So what you can do, and there is a test. Since we have flash drives now, one flash drive can be attached to one pigeon, and I think we're at 1 terabyte flash drives. So 1 terabyte can be sent on a homing pigeon. Could be it depending on the distance is generally faster than sending 1 terabyte through the internet. After a certain distance, it uh, yep. So a 1 terabyte, since we have 1 terabyte flash drives, you can think about it. You put 1 terabyte of data on a flash drive, right? And you send it maybe 20 miles to someone else. That's faster than transferring it over via. No, it doesn't count for training. It's accounting for that the pigeons are already set to go. Yep. A mesh network. Yeah, I want to try to do that. That was gonna be part of my home. What's it called? My smart home project to install. I want to install Bluetooth mesh network. When I started doing my smart home kind of deal, I want to see if I could do that. I bought the parts for it too. I got some ESP32 boards that do that would install it. That I can put that has Bluetooth 5.2 on it. That I would be able to. What's it called? No, I could create a Bluetooth mesh network. I already bought them, so yeah. So we'll see. I'm craving popcorn. I get those craving once in a while. Not anymore, but I'm craving steak. Probably peanut butter. I'm craving a lot of stuff. Fortunately, I can't get them. Steak. Yep, I want steak. Oh, I'm picking out my dog's ashes, Daniel's ashes tomorrow. Oh no, I can't. Remember, I don't have money right now. I don't have anything incoming. Can't do much. Oh, no. What are the feelings? So the vet does that too, yeah. No, so the vet will take in the dog because they usually are the ones that have to put them down, and then they send it off to another company to do that. So what are the feelings? The feelings are, I don't know. I'm fine. I'm happy that I'm gonna be getting his ashes back. That's a thing. I do want to print off a picture of him because I bought the box that I can put a picture of him in or a picture on it, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can secure his collar around that a box, and that's about it. Yeah, you get to choose the vessel, which is nice. All right. Got a budget for a nice meal once a week. Yeah, that's usually the weekend. It's not really a nice meal. It's more like I don't want to cook on the weekend, so I buy fast food with delivery since I still don't have a car. And usually it's like every once in a while, depending on where I go, I'll buy like get like Chinese food delivered or pizza or chicken, whatever I can get. What are the licensings around Fluent UI? Uh, Food pantry. I'm gonna try batch cooking beans. Food pantry is nice. Get fresh veg. I buy frozen vegetables all the time. I like frozen peas, carrots, and the frozen mixed vegetables because they're easy. If you just have you can just throw them in one of those sauce pots, put a thing of butter and garlic salt, and it tastes decent. Like it's cheap and easy for the most part, healthy meal. And then my lately go to snack is soba noodles with the sesame miso dressing sauce from a restaurant called Angelo Pietro's. A little bit of wasabi, and then you can add if you have eggs, you can add eggs. I usually cook it like tamago yaki, so the Japanese style. Add a little bit of sesame oil, mirin, some sugar mix. Try to create that whole rolled egg thing, and then I top it with that. I can add tofu, cabbage, fish cake, kamaboko, which is known as kamaboko, and then yeah, one of my favorites. Slowly getting hungry.
In an El Paso, Texas, two people. Fought nobody the whole time.
Weaponizes lateral oppression. Why are people surprised when somebody who got famous weaponizing lateral oppression weaponizes lateral oppression? Why are people surprised when somebody who got famous weaponizing?
Hey, Fairy Lux. How you doing?
Lateral oppression.
Can't delete his comment, can I? Oh well.
Did you all remember this Netflix special? Did you all remember this Netflix special?
Several song-filled hours later.
Watching more news and stuff. Yeah. There's the one about that guy from Maine that got the Yahtzee tattoo on his chest, and apparently he's known about it for 13 years from my research, and yet they're still defending him because I've been noticing anytime whiteness is under attack, every white person comes out to defend whiteness and them being allowed to make mistakes. Can you guess up? I'm on the. I don't think so. This is the. I'm using the streamlined version, not the actual TikTok. Uh, what's it called? Streaming live stream. So I don't think you can do that with this one. You can try. Let's see if it pops up, but I don't think it will. Every time I did it with you, I changed the version to the other one. This is the one I use for to reduce the number of screens I have on my thing. From my understanding, it from he's lying. He must have understood what it's from everything I researched. Even then, when it comes to politics, I've noticed that you can't make any mistakes ever if you're a minority. One mistake, such as drunk driving, or you know, drunk driving, or even just not wearing your flag pin correctly, you all of a sudden everyone piles on you, but you make racist comments. They're just kids. You get a Yahtzee tattoo. It was a dark period in his time. You worked for Blackwater. Oh my God, he just didn't understand. That's what changed him. When Hillary Clinton was called a gold water girl when she was a teenager because she worked for Barry Goldwater. As a teenager, that they would hold that against her, but yet we cannot make one mistake. I make a video supporting China because I can see the racism coming from America and I don't see it. All of a sudden, I'm a communist or whatever. I need to get out of here because I can't. You can't say those things even though everything I said was truthful. Yeah, people are not accepting it and it's annoying. And so, yeah. I gotta open up my drive for this one. And so, at least some of the FYP are all people right now who are calling out Hassan. Would Obama be a counter to argument? I don't know how Obama's a counter argument, but I've seen people defending that guy. Like, have you noticed that everyone that Bernie Sanders has picked all became kind of like horrible people, from John Fetterman to Tulsi Gabbard? All of them have been rather horrible. But all of a sudden, you make one. Yeah. You can't make one mistake. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, when anyone else makes one mistake that's not backed by anything else, they're like, well, it's okay that they make a mistake. There's like a lot of it's just defending whiteness or white men. It's never, you never give that same leeway to anyone else. If I said something about Japan, I have to say something about uh, the rape of Nanking. Al Franken was pushed out. Yeah, but Al Franken wasn't one of the. Al Franken was before all this Bernie Broch, this far left progressives who are misogynist, who are racist. or actually really maggots or things. The closest I can come, the other closest people to it, and I posted it on someone else's video, was that there's a Summer of Love movement in San Francisco in the late 1960s to early 1970s, and they were repeating the exact same stuff you hear. Uh, the progressives repeat nowadays, and a lot of those people were in those same progressives spot, like Hassan, where they came from rich, well-off families, like absolutely, like they absolutely rich, well-off families. Like it's, I don't know if you can call it a grift. Well, it is a grift. When I think about it, it's like a grift, but they get their it's the grift is not the main. Well, the grift is part of the main part. Is part of the process. The thing is that they're trying to pander to people that they have no relation to or don't have the same experiences by using by basically lying to them about what's going on in the world and how to change it. Yeah. And so it's not surprising to me that a lot of this is just it's not lost on me. It's not the. It's more about the people who uphold. It's the left having the progressives having their double standards. They want this socialist revolution, and but the thing is that they to have their socialist revolution and create this whole idealized version of socialism. They create these morality standards that only they are able to judge against. Nobody else. They are the ones that can set the standard, and if you go against the standard, you're not as moral or pure as them. And it's just sickening because how dare you try to dismiss all my knowledge and experience because you it's almost religious where they dictate that because they have these moral standards they're better than you. No, he's not more viable than any other Democrat. We're still like 9 to 10 months out. Almost no, we're still a year out from even the the primaries would be yeah. So we're 9 months out from the primaries. People can still go in and start declaring their position in like July if they wanted to, or usually declare it in March. Well, go right ahead. Nah, Kamala Main would not do anything. She'd have to live there too. Maine is alright. Yeah, Maine is alright. I don't know if Maine's alright. Maine, Maine and Vermont, Bernie. Bernie is from Vermont, the whitest liberal state in the nation. And have you heard about Vermont racists? They're not great people. And Bernie's supporting the guy who is supporting the Yahtzee candidate. Where's Fetterman? I forget. AOC is not that great. I don't understand the hype around AOC. I don't understand the hype around Pennsylvania. Yeah, and Fetterman's been voting with Republicans. Um, just because they're youthful does not mean they actually know their shit. That's been my experience a lot lately. Is if you're gonna come after people, you better know your crap. Like, hard to explain for sure. Yeah. Well, tacos accepted because the left is always about having these whole morality standards that no one else can live up to unless they tell you unless you give them exceptions by their chosen few, and then you fail to fight against the people. And the left doesn't want to fight against the people. They only want to have these moral superiority standards that doesn't affect any change. Charisma. What charisma? I have not seen any charisma from Bernie Sanders. Every time I hear Bernie Sanders or AOC speak, I just want to fucking shut them fuck up. Like, every time I hear Bernie Sanders speak, he just nails on chalkboard to me. He's such a fucking idiot. People like them, yeah, and people liked Hitler, so what's the point? People liked Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is a Yahtzee headache. Just because people like them doesn't mean shit to me. It's like, well, 2.5 million people can be wrong. Yeah, they can. They were wrong. You can be wrong, especially if you're stupid and you all have you going all off of, and all of you are going off the wrong information. Even Destiny, do you remember when Destiny went to Israel after October? He went to Israel after October 7th to support Israel. Yeah, he did say he supported Israel. I don't know what the small argument would be, but he did say he supported Israel, so there's that. Responding to October 7th. Well, that's the thing. that's the thing I kind of hate about the internet. Everybody wants you to draw lines immediately after something has happened. Like, my knowledge of what Israel and Palestine has been is way smaller than what I know about Asian American history and what happened with the United States and Asia, because that's not what I focused on or cared about as much, because, well, that I have my own interests. But the thing is that, like, when it came to Israel and whole October 7th thing, it was like, I have no idea who's right. The first thing that came to my mind was, I'm not going to support either because I have no idea who's right, because I have to go do some research first. I'm not going to go jump the gun and say something and pick a side just because I have people telling me I need to pick a side. No, I'm going to go and do research first. That's me. That addresses, yeah, because anti you can turn anti-Semitism into any any you can label any criticism of Israel as anti-Semitism. That's why you have too much leeway. It's like, why didn't they pass any legislation to address anti-Asian racism? The things that they passed only created, like, I forget what was all of it. It was a lot of it was just better record keeping so that they could charge things more as hate crimes, like stuff like that. Like, why does anti-Semitism get labeled that, but you can't do anti-Asian racism or anti-Mexican or Hispanic racism? Why is it only anti-Semitism, and what can we define as, and how do you define anti-Semitism or anti-Asian racism or anti? Yeah, they did pass something back then. I forgot all the details, but it was a lot of it was generally to help for anti-Asian racism. They passed stuff that did kind of help rectify all hate crimes, but it was in the wake of anti-Asian racism. Yeah, I have a clip. Roland Martin goes over all the details. When as a response to Tyrese. But it's crazy that the things that I know. There's a point on if any Jewish person was Zionist, and see, and that's where they like. That's why they want no gray area. It's just like any Chinese person must be part of, must be must be supporting communist China, and that way they can it and it and it works both ways. The far right will use it to attack to say that they don't have freedom to criticize Jews, and the far left will say, people have called me a communist. People have called me racist and everything else. As I said before, I've gotten unalive threats, multiple unalive threats before. So it's nothing new to me. I don't have any tattoos. I'm always careful about my tattoos. Have I been doxxed? No, not yet. But then people did know I was from Hawaii, and the reason why I got a lot of I wasn't scared about unalive threats a lot was when I was in Hawaii, because they would have to majority of people would have to fly to Hawaii to get to me. So yeah, that's why. Oh crap! You live in Idaho. You live in Idaho, potato country. I didn't like Idaho. I don't know what you'd want from Idaho from there. Only thing I remember about Idaho was there was this guy back in college that absolutely was purely racist, that absolutely hated me, and ever since then, um, I never cared for Idaho. You didn't get your algorithm joke? Probably not. You live in Boise, Idaho. Hey, Boise, Idaho, and Hawaii don't have the best, at least in terms of football, or the teams that clash. But I don't care about football. Yeah. But I don't care about football. I don't care about a lot of stuff. Ugh. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's no. I closed all that down, so you guys can see anything. Um. We forgot about that. I'll let that go. Currently setting up the front end for my next thing. So give me a little bit. I'm trying to remember how to do all this. CS. I need to create storybook and everything else. App.cs, index.cs, and index.html. Yep. So all that gets deleted. Index.html gets deleted. Package.json stays. All that stays. There is no vite.d environment D file. Dev and preview scripts from vite. Yep. From package.json. So code says hat. Because I am the author. So let's go back to OBS. Let's turn off Visual Studio. Let's add in another window capture. Call it Visual Studio Code. Okay, select window capture. Yep. You go below. And then I add source window capture. Add existing Visual Studio Code. And there we go. Visual Studio Code. So let me go finish up what I was doing. Oop, hit the wrong button. Because I need to add Storybook now into Visual Studio Code. Yeah, so SES has components, one of them. But first things first, just go clean up the code. So I have a front end and back end. I'm gonna have to make a workspace file for that. Package.json, I can get rid of preview and dev. Still need lint. That's telling me no trailing commas. Okay. Welcome back, Flyfish. Habitualist, hello. Now we gotta modify Vite config. Let's see. Once I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna go eat dinner. Out in the build. Library. C.me.ts. Yeah, it should go on off. We're not doing any compact JSON. And back down here, terminal, new terminal. Where's package.json? Do I have no type? I have types.node. Now I need rollup options. Ugh. So much. This is one reason why I don't like what's it called? Node and all the other stuff. React. React React. I don't know if I have React. I'm gonna put JSX runtime in this. you